It's the 1st of January 2020 and we welcome our viewers here in Nigeria and all around the world. This is Galaxy TV News. Let's get things started. President Muhammadu Buhari, in his New Year letter to Nigerians, revealed he will leave office in 2023 and won't contest in any future elections. Also on the news, Nigerians all over the world welcome New Year with prayers and jubilations. On the international scene, Hong Kong New Year's protest disrupted as police fire tear gas. We have details of these stories and more in just a moment. Many thanks indeed for joining us tonight. I am Kelly Egiga. Beginning in the nation's capital, President Muhammadu Buhari has revealed he will leave office in 2023 and won't contest in any future elections. The president said he is a strong believer of democratic principles and will promote and sustain them in Nigeria and across West Africa. The president stated this in his New Year letter to Nigerians, which was released to State House correspondents Wednesday morning. He said he will be standing down in 2023 and will not be available in any future elections, but promised to help strengthen the electoral process both in Nigeria and across the region. In a piece titled Letter from the President at New Year, President Buhari stated that fighting corruption, improving the economy and combating insecurity would remain the fulcrum of his administration in the new year. He also itemized what his regime had done since 2015 and would do in the years ahead to improve power supply, build roads and houses for Nigerians, develop agriculture, diversify the economy, create jobs, combat terrorism, and promote democracy. Among the developments to expect in 2020 and ahead are 47 road projects scheduled for completion in 2020 and 2021, including roads leading to ports and many bridges. Now, millions of Nigerians choose their very unique and special ways to usher in the year 2020 at the stroke of midnight. Being a religious country, it was therefore the time for many to head to various places of worship, churches in particular, to be part of New Year's Eve services, also known as crossover night services. The long-held traditional way to welcome a new year. Galaxy's Godfrey Shemogi reports that it was a sacred time of prayer, praise and worship at the Glory Dome of the Dunamis International Gospel Center, Abuja, where thousands of worshippers converged for the service. Speaking to journalists shortly afterwards, the senior pastor of the church, Dr. Paul Enenche, alongside his wife Becky, said the new year holds a lot of promise and that the prayers of Nigerians is sure yielding the desired results.
The Bible said the path of the just is a shining light that shines more and more unto the perfect day. And the Bible says they go from strength to strength. Every one of them in Zion appeareth before God. We have prayed, and we have prayed, and we are still praying. And there is a witness in our spirit that God is hearing our prayers, has heard our prayers, and we are to expect a shift in level, in dimension.
Well, message is to re-echo what the senior pastor, my husband, has declared, having heard from God, that it's a time for a shift, and it's going to be a dramatic shift, it's going to be a drastic shift, and it's going to be a dimensional shift.
Now, Nigerians have joined the rest of the world in ushering the year 2020. In the twilight of the new year, special prayers and charges hold sway. Justin Akadonye tells us more.
As it has become tradition every New Year's Eve, Christians throng worship centers to seek providence with a strong conviction of a better year at various crossover services. It is a shared moment of worship and supplication at the Redeemed Evangelical Mission Trem in Lagos. With hearts focused, the faithful pray with renewed vigor. The Bishop of Trem, Dr. Mike Okonkwo, then mounts the pulpit. He dishes out prophetic words for the country and indeed Nigerians.
On the authority of God's word, you will not see famine.
As the clock strikes 12 a.m., signaling the new year 2020, euphoria follows amid dancing galore. After a prophetic prayer session, Bishop Okonkwo speaks of good tidings for the country in 2020.
There's going to be a lot of shaking in the country. In fact, it's a global thing, and Nigeria is not exempted. A global shaking in different areas of life, economy, politics, social aspects, different areas, security. A lot of things will be happening simultaneously that will cause people to begin to ask, what's going on?
He also charges Nigerians on what is to be done to bring about the desired changes.
All Nigerians must share in the blame, because who are those being given honors? Thieves. Who are those being glorified in the nation? Thieves.
The Bishop of Trem admonishes Nigerians not to lose hope, stressing that the daunting socio-economic challenges which everyone is experiencing at the moment is like a wind that must pass away. Justin Akadonye, Galaxy News, Lagos.
In the meantime, as Nigeria joins the rest of the world to celebrate the new year, which kickstarts the beginning of a new decade, Lagos residents have expressed immense gratitude to God, the giver of life, for sparing them to see the new year. To celebrate, many families and friends adorned with beautiful clothes were seen thronging into shopping malls, fun sports and gardens to enjoy the day. Speaking with Judith Irenua, a cross-section of respondents expressed what they are most happy about, especially in the new year.
I'm grateful for life and grateful for the things that I believe God for, that, He answered me. And most importantly, I'm grateful for my salvation, because I'm not lost in Him. I'm still in Him with my family. So I'm most grateful to Him, the preserver of life. And I look forward to this new year, which is the beginning of new decade, for greater things that is yet to do and is going to do. Because it's my year of great manifestation.
Give glory to Almighty Allah, for sparing my life to witness the new year, and I'm happy for my family, We are all witnessing the new year.
The new year is usually a perfect time to reprioritize, set goals, and make resolutions for the months to come. These respondents, however, differ on the need to make new year resolutions.
Yeah, I do believe in New Year resolution, and I'm already I already have the ones that I've penned down, which I'm going to work towards, setting new goals. It's a new decade. You can't afford to live the way you've been living. You got to put more effort on new things, So I believe in New Year resolution.
New Year resolutions. It depends. The resolution is in you. It's not a matter of saying it. When you say have a New Year resolution, you work towards it. Resolution can be at any time. It can be at the middle of the year, it can be at the middle of the month, anytime. What you resolute, you work towards it and achieve it. It's not a matter of New Year resolution. New Year resolution has always become a tradition, kind of, and people don't really, stick to it most times.
I believe in it, I believe in it because it is what you wish yourself that you will surely achieve this year, I wish myself good things coming this year for me, what I did not achieve last year, I pray that I get it this new year.
Above all, they called on government to prioritize power, build critical infrastructure, and ensure the security of lives and property to make life more meaningful for all citizens.
Power and security. basically. Power and security. Other things will kick in. Of course, when there's power, the roads will come on board, business will boom, and then, life will be better for everybody.
Government can do the law far better than we do appreciate them for the ones on ground, but they can do better in area of education, in area of electricity, having good environment for people to work, for those living school, not just to sit at home searching for job here and there. They can do much more.
You're watching the news on Galaxy TV. We are due for a break, but just ahead, Christians residents in Oyo State welcome 2020 with excitement. That story gets our focus after the break. Join us again. Welcome back. You're watching the news on Galaxy TV. Now, for more updates and latest news, visit our website at www.galaxytvonline.com or subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/Galaxy TV Nigeria. You can follow or interact with us on our Facebook page at facebook.com/Galaxy TV or tweet at us at Galaxy TV. Now, don't forget to follow and tag us on our Instagram page at Official Galaxy TV. Our social media platforms are user-friendly and can always accommodate your live update and comment. Moving on now, residents of Ibadan, the Oyo State capital, joined other Nigerians to welcome the year 2020 with joy and excitement. Most worship centers in the state capital were filled to capacity as residents took time to seek the face of God for the new year. Our correspondent Kunojo completes the story.
With excitement, joy and jubilation, residents of Ibadan joined other Nigerians and the rest of the world to welcome the new year. Before 12 a.m., they had converged on various worship centers in the ancient city to thank God for His mercy and grace that carried them through the ups and downs in 2019. With few minutes to 12, the mood in most of the worship centers changed as worshippers intensified prayers for a more prosperous and rewarding 2020. At exactly 12 a.m., the shout of Happy New Year and congratulations rented the air, with a display of all kinds of fireworks. In their separate messages, Pastor Femi Emmanuel of the Living Spring Chapel International and architect Alex Adegboye of the Stone Church charged Christians and other Nigerians to continue to serve God with all their hearts, stressing that the year 2020 is unique in all ramifications.
The greatest operation, the greatest blessing on earth. Either do men put new wine into the old wine, or put in the new wine skin, new year, new heart, new beginning.
He's saying there is much more for the church. There's not just more, but now they're beginning to have much more. And that's why my message tonight is titled Vision 2020, much more. There's much more in Christ. There's much more in this world for the church of Jesus Christ.
They also appeal to those in position of authority to serve with the fear of God and make the country conducive for the masses through friendly policies and programs. From Ibadan, Kunle Ojo, Galaxy TV.
And we stay in Oyo State as the governor of that state, Seyi Makinde, has asked the people of the state to join hands with his government to make the state greater in 2020. The governor, in a New Year address to the indigents and residents of Oyo State, said his aim in the new year is to make the state a hub for education tourism in the country. Makinde disclosed that the ongoing revamp of the education system, increased funding to improve the quality of education and access for children of school age, among other policies already introduced by his administration, would yield positive results in 2020. He revealed that his government has put in tremendous efforts to turn around the health sector, ensure maximum security of lives and property, and to revamp the economy of the state, thereby lifting people from poverty to prosperity. And the governor also highlighted his effort at securing the state, pointing out the ongoing Light Up Ibadan project, which he said would be extended to other major cities, as well as collaboration with all security agencies through the provision of necessary equipment and support geared towards improved security, which is a key part of his administration's four-point agenda. In the area of economic expansion, Governor Makinde explained that the state's economy was already being driven by the revolution in agriculture, small and medium-sized enterprises, and infrastructure development, amongst others. Now, as the year 2019 came to an end, Nigerians have continued to thank God for his guidance throughout the year. They expressed their concerns over the country's growth, stressing the government at all levels join hands to develop the country beyond the current state. In an interview with some of them in Awka, the Anambra State capital, they called on the federal government to ensure that the rule of law is upheld in the country, since the court remained the only place common Nigerians can get justice.
2019 was a great year. Then of course, as a country, I also say it was a great year for Nigeria. However, Nigeria experienced some security challenges, non-compliance to rule of law. So I expect that 2020, I expect the government to acknowledge and obey court orders to improve on security and, of course, the welfare of citizens.
2019 has been good and it's been wonderful, I won't lie. And I hope for something better and greater in 2020.
2019 was about hustling, gathering the money, securing the bag. It was good anyway. In 2020, I'm looking forward to a greater height. Long life, prosperity, good health.
Rivers State gets attention now as Governor Nyesom Wike has sworn in 13 new commissioners, 14 special advisors to the governor at Executive Council chambers of the Government House, Port Harcourt. The governor charged the new commissioners and special advisors to always place the interests of Rivers State above all other considerations.
This is like, it's our first stadium. So don't think that it's our second stadium. For me, it's our first stadium. So that we must work. We must work to the satisfaction of the people of Rivers State.
He stressed that since the State Executive Council has been formed, the implementation of the budget will start in earnest, and advised the appointees to be committed and loyal to the state. And the governor also urged the commissioners and special advisors to work with their respective permanent secretaries to deliver on the agenda of the state government.
Loyalty is key. Loyalty cannot be half and half. Any loyalty at 99.9 is not loyalty. So wherever you find yourself, what's important for you is to work for the interests of the state. In working for the interest, there are so many things that may come. That's what the permanent secretaries are doing. Creating various accounts for revenue, like the man in charge of commerce, and the people in charge of health fighting themselves. Now we will soon adopt single treasury account.
From Rivers, let's take you to Kaduna State, where the Department of Petroleum Resources, DPR, which is saddled with the responsibility of regulating and supervising the activities of oil and gas industry across the nation, has sealed some filling stations selling above 145 naira per litre. The DPR also said in the past Ember month, which were characterized by increase of price and scarcity of petroleum, while the supply pattern has changed. Speaking to newsmen during a press conference, the Kaduna Zonal Operations Controller, Alhaji Isa Tafida, said all the petroleum marketers are having adequate supply and kudos must be given to the present administration.
It is normal in the first years to have disruption in supply of petroleum products to the Nigerian domestic market. But through concerted effort of the current administration, in the last 2 or 3 years, we have not witnessed fuel scarcity.
Meanwhile, some consumers of petroleum products also gave reasons why they chose gas as their source of cooking.
Actually, they are performing well. Since I've been refilling my gas here, I have no cause to regret. I choose to start using gas because there is tremendous economy by using gas. When you use gas, it is faster and it is cheaper.
And we stay in Kaduna State as the Anglican Bishop of Kaduna Diocese, Right Reverend Timothy Yaya, says his earnest desire for the country is to have a nation devoid of rancor and insecurity. He said this while delivering his New Year message in Kaduna. He also appealed to leaders of the country to be responsible in discharging their duties. The Anglican bishop, while speaking to newsmen, said Nigerians must begin to love their neighbors for peace to reign.
This cannot be attained except if we who believe follow the tenets of our belief. Our belief say love your neighbor as yourself. What is our level of neighborliness? Do we love one another? Do we care for one another? Do we have concern for one another? We should go back to the virtues and the values of our scripture.
The Anglican bishop also said the start of the year offers a time for reflection for Nigerians because there is a culture of mediocrity in the country.
The Human Development Index in our nation, in West Africa, we are the last. So we need to ask ourselves what is wrong with us. We are the biggest economy in Africa. As we speak now today, then thousands of barrels of oil that will leave our shores will earn us dollars. Is it not time to check whether the tank is leaking somewhere?
You're watching the news on Galaxy TV. International news is up next.
Welcome to the international scene. A march drawing tens of thousands of anti-government protesters in Hong Kong on New Year's Day spiraled into chaotic scenes as police fired several rounds of tear gas and water cannon at crowds, including families, before halting the event. The violence broke out during the largely peaceful march as masses of citizens pressed authorities for further concessions in the Chinese-ruled city. In the Wan Chai Bad district, some protesters had sprayed painted graffiti and smashed cash machines in an HSBC bank branch when riot police moved in, pepper spraying crowds in a tense face-off. A man named Tung, who was walking with his 2-year-old son, mother and niece, said, quote, "It's hard to utter Happy New Year because Hong Kong people are not happy. Unless the 5 demands are achieved and police are held accountable for the brutality, then we can't have a real Happy New Year." End of quote.
That's the news, but for more updates and latest news, visit our website at www.galaxytvonline.com or subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/GalaxyTV Nigeria. You can follow or interact with us on our Facebook page at facebook.com/GalaxyTV or tweet at us at Galaxy TV. Now don't forget to follow and tag us on our Instagram page at Official Galaxy TV. Our social media platforms are user-friendly and can always accommodate your live updates and comment. And that's your Galaxy TV news at this time. Our news will be back at 9 p.m. with our primetime news. I am Kelly Egiga. Thank you for watching.
Audio Jungle.